Hey everyone, welcome to the English Mind channel. I'm Smith and I'm so happy you're here. Let's learn English together, step by step, every single day.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rihanna, and I'm excited to guide you on your English learning journey. Stay with us, Fod. Every lesson will help you grow.
Oh my God, Smith, wait.
What happened?
I just realized something. People always say they know English, but when they travel, boom, they freeze.
That's actually true. Even basic things become difficult.
Exactly. So today we're teaching you 30 travel vocabulary words and phrases that will save your life abroad.
And we're not just giving you a boring list. We're going to show you how to actually use them in real situations.
Yes. And hey, before we start, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the English Mind, and comment below which travel destination you dream of visiting. We read every single comment.
Absolutely. And if you've ever had an embarrassing travel moment because of English, tell us in the comments. We want to hear your stories.
Okay. So Smith, let me ask you something. What's the first word people need when they travel?
I'd say passport. You literally can't travel without it.
Yes, but do you know how many people pronounce it wrong? They say passport with equal stress, but it's actually passport with stress on the first syllable.
Good point. And speaking of pronunciation, let's talk about boarding pass. This is the ticket you get at the airport that lets you get on the plane.
Right, so you have your passport, which is your identification book, and your boarding pass, which is your plane ticket. Don't confuse them.
Exactly. Now, here's a funny story. My cousin went to Thailand last year, and at the airport, the staff asked him, window or aisle? And he just stared blankly.
Oh no! What did he do?
He said yes, because he didn't understand. The staff had to repeat the question 3 times.
Aw, that's so relatable though. Window means the seat next to the window, and aisle means the seat next to the walking path. Aisle, pronounced like aisle.
Exactly. So when someone asks window or aisle, just say which one you prefer. Easy.
Okay, next important word, luggage. This means your bags and suitcases. But wait, some people say baggage. What's the difference?
Good question. Luggage and baggage are basically the same, but luggage is more common in everyday conversation. Baggage is more formal and also used metaphorically, like emotional baggage.
Emotional baggage. I love that. But for travel, just say luggage or bags. Simple.
Right. And here's a useful phrase, carry on luggage. This is the small bag you take with you onto the plane.
Yes, and checked luggage is the big suitcase that goes under the plane. You check it in at the counter.
Perfect. Now let's talk about the airport process. When you arrive at the airport, first you go to check-in. This is where you show your passport and get your boarding pass.
Then you go through security. This is where they scan your bags and you walk through the metal detector.
After security, you wait at the gate. The gate is the specific area where you board your plane, like Gate 23 or Gate 15.
Oh, and here's a common mistake. People say I'm in Gate 5. No. You say I'm at Gate 5. We use at for specific locations like gates.
Nice catch. And when they announce your flight is ready, they say now boarding. That means you can get on the plane.
Okay, story time. Smith, remember when I told you about my trip to Dubai?
Oh yes, the customs story.
So embarrassing. I got to customs, which is the place where they check your passport when you enter a country, and the officer asked me, "Purpose of visit?" I completely froze. I forgot the word tourism.
What did you say?
I said, "I come for looking around." He looked so confused.
Aw, that's actually cute though. So everyone, when they ask purpose of visit, you can say tourism if you're on vacation, business if you're working, or visiting family if you're seeing relatives.
Yes, learn from my mistake, please. Now, let's talk about accommodation. This is where you stay. A hotel, hostel, apartment, or guest house.
Right. And when you arrive at your hotel, you check in at the reception or front desk.
The person working there is the receptionist. you can ask them anything. Where's the nearest restaurant? Or can you call a taxi for me?
And here's a useful phrase. I'd like to check in, please. Not I want to check in. The phrase I'd like is more polite.
Oh, that's so important. Politeness matters so much when traveling.
Absolutely. Now let's practice a quick role play. Rihanna, you're the hotel guest. I'm the receptionist.
Okay. Hello? I'd like to check in, please.
Of course. May I have your name and reservation number?
Yes, it's Rihanna Ahmed, and my reservation number is... Oh, wait, I forgot it. Can you look it up by name?
Sure, no problem. Okay, I found it. You're in room 304 on the 3rd floor. Here's your key card.
Thank you. By the way, what time is breakfast?
Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 in the morning in the dining hall.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
See, that was natural and useful. Everyone, practice conversations like this before you travel.
Yes, and notice how I said, by the way, to ask an extra question. That's a great transition phrase.
Good point. Now, let's talk about getting around. When you're in a new city, you need transportation.
Right. You can take a taxi, ride the subway, catch a bus, or rent a car.
Notice the verbs. Take a taxi, ride the subway, catch a bus. We don't say take subway or ride bus. You need the article a or the.
English articles are tricky, but just remember that taxi, the bus, the subway, or a taxi, a bus. Both work.
Exactly. Now here's a super useful phrase when taking a taxi. Could you take me to this address, please? Then show them the address on your phone.
Yes, or if you're at a hotel, you can say, could you take me to the airport or wherever you're going?
And always confirm the price before you start the ride. Say, how much will it cost? Or do you use the meter?
Oh my God, that's so important. In some countries, taxi drivers charge tourists extra.
Sadly true, so always ask first. Now, what about asking for directions?
Ooh, this is essential. If you're lost, you can say, excuse me, how do I get to the train station? Or which way is the museum?
And people might say, go straight, then turn left. Or it's 2 blocks away. A block is the distance between 2 streets.
Right. And if you don't understand, don't be shy. Just say, sorry, could you repeat that? Or could you speak a bit slower, please?
Exactly. Politeness and honesty are your best friends when traveling.
Okay, now let's talk about restaurants. Food is like the best part of traveling.
Haha, agreed. So when you enter a restaurant, the host might ask, how many people? Or table for how many?
You say, table for 2 or just 1, please. Then they seat you, which means they take you to your table.
The waiter or waitress will give you the menu. That's the list of food and drinks.
And they'll ask, are you ready to order? If you need more time, say, not yet, a few more minutes, please.
When you're ready, you can say, I'll have the chicken pasta. Or, could I get the vegetarian pizza, please?
Ooh, and here's a common mistake. People say, I want chicken, but it's more polite to say, I'd like the chicken, or I'll have the chicken.
Right. And if you have allergies, you must tell them. Say, I'm allergic to nuts. Or, does this dish contain shellfish?
So important. Safety first. Now, when you finish eating, you ask for the bill or the check. Both words mean the same thing.
In American English, they say check. In British English, they say bill. Either is fine.
You can say, could we have the bill, please? Or check, please.
And if you want to leave a tip, which is extra money for good service, you can leave cash on the table or add it to your card payment.
Okay, quick role play. Smith, you're the waiter, I'm the customer.
Sure. Good evening. Table for 1?
Yes, please. Do you have any vegan options?
Absolutely. We have a delicious vegan curry and a quinoa salad.
I'll have the vegan curry, please. And could I get a sparkling water?
Of course. Your food will be ready in about 15 minutes.
Perfect, thank you.
Great job. See how natural that sounded?
Yes, and everyone, notice I used could I get instead of I want. So much more polite.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about some emergency phrases, because hopefully you'll never need them, but it's good to know.
Right. If you're in trouble, you can say, I need help, or please call the police.
If you lose something, say, I lost my wallet, or my phone was stolen. The verb to lose means you don't know where it is, and stolen means someone took it.
And if you need a doctor, say, I need to see a doctor, or where's the nearest hospital?
Also learn the word pharmacy or drugstore. That's where you buy medicine.
Yes, you can ask, is there a pharmacy nearby? Nearby means close to here.
Now, here are some other super useful travel words. Tour guide, the person who shows you around tourist attractions.
Souvenir, a small gift or item you buy to remember your trip, like a keychain or a magnet.
Exchange rate, how much your money is worth in another currency, like $1 equals 80 rupees.
Currency, the type of money a country uses. Dollars, euros, yen, pounds, etc.
Travel insurance, protection you buy in case something goes wrong on your trip.
Visa, official permission to enter a country, stamped in your passport.
Round trip, a ticket that takes you there and back. One way, a ticket that only takes you there.
Delay, when your flight is late. My flight was delayed by 3 hours.
Cancellation, when your flight is stopped completely. My flight was canceled due to bad weather.
Jet lag, that tired, confused feeling when you travel across time zones.
Oh, jet lag is the worst when you can't sleep at night because your body thinks it's daytime.
So true. Okay, everyone, let's do a quick quiz. Smith, test me.
All right. What do you call the place where you show your passport when entering a new country?
Customs.
Correct. What's the difference between carry-on and checked luggage?
Carry-on is the small bag you take on the plane. Checked luggage goes under the plane.
Perfect. What do you say when you want the restaurant bill?
Could we have the bill, please? Or check, please?
Excellent. You're ready to travel the world.
Thank you. And everyone watching, you're ready too.
Remember, the key is practice. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a learning opportunity.
Exactly. When I said looking around instead of tourism, it was embarrassing. But I learned, and now I'll never forget.
That's the spirit. And honestly, most people are kind and patient with travelers who are trying their best.
So true. Oh, and one more thing. Download a translation app before you travel. It's a lifesaver.
Great advice. Apps like Google Translate can help when you're really stuck.
But try to use English first. It's the best practice.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone, we've covered 30 essential travel vocabulary words and phrases today.
From passport and boarding pass to customs and accommodation, from ordering food to asking for directions.
You now have the tools to travel confidently and communicate effectively in English-speaking countries.
And remember, traveling is not just about the destination. It's about the experiences and connections you make along the way.
So beautiful, Rihanna. I love that.
Aw, thank you. Okay, everyone. Before we go, please, please, please hit that like button, subscribe to The English Mind, and comment your dream travel destination below.
Yes, and tell us if this video helped you. Your feedback means everything to us.
We read every single comment, and we love hearing your stories.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep growing your English skills.
We believe in you. You're doing amazing.
See you in the next class.
Bye, everyone. Safe travels.
Goodbye and happy learning.